welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about Final Girl.
Who's the beautiful broad you got hooked up for us this time, man?
Is she taken?
So this is a movie that I've had on my watch list for a long time now. I've just kind of put it off until I was in like the mindset. I think you all get that. And so finally today I decided just to go ahead and watch this one, and I'm so glad I did. This is something that has been suggested to me by one of my best friends who absolutely loves horror, as well as just many other people in the horror community. Been like, you will love this film, and I totally did. So I am going to get into some of the spoilers, but this movie does something that I really liked for this film, which is basically gives you all of the information, what's going to happen, what's going on, pretty early on in the film. And it's not a way that the writing is bad, it's done on purpose. And if you have ever looked up any information on this film, you probably already know, because unfortunately all of the abouts information that you can find online really tells you basically all of those details as well. I will say I did go into this not really knowing what it's about. I knew that you had this main character who was this badass and gets into kind of a bad situation, but I wasn't really sure on kind of all of the details. So this movie stars Abigail Breslin, I may be pronouncing that wrong. I'm so bad with last names. Alexander Ludwig and Wes Bentley. So Abigail plays the main character, main protagonist, the final girl of this film, and she is basically a trained assassin. She is taken in at a very young age by the character played by Wes, who after her parents die, they don't really get into exactly what his deal is. I don't know if he's like some sort of CIA, FBI, whatever agent or ex-agent, but he somehow is able to take her in, and he raises her to be this trained assassin. And then when she gets older, he starts to specifically train her for this mission where there's this group of like teenage boys who are hunting and killing young teenage women. You have kind of the leader of the pack, who is played by Alexander, and he's the one that seduces these young girls and kind of charms them into going out with him, and they take them out into the middle of the woods and play a little game of like truth or dare. So then Abigail is sent by her trainer to basically be the next victim and the final girl. So you kind of have this first bit of the film that is really giving you, again, the information on these characters and how they're going to be connected. And you really find out all of this, again, very early on. And then the kind of majority of the film is focused on this bit of cat and mouse game between her and these murderous boys. And one of the things that I really loved about this film was the fact that it doesn't really take a supernatural or sci-fi route with this main character. You have that a lot in films where, you know, she'll have been maybe born with a superpower, or she gets tested on by the government or whatever, and you don't have any of that. I mean, you do have this man that is training her to be this ultimate killing machine, but at this point she's not really. She is still a young woman, she is still quite vulnerable and still has feelings and emotions, and she's really doing all of this because these guys are horrible people. And so you don't really feel bad for them because they're murderers, And so, but she, you know, she does somewhat mess up a little bit here and there. And again, she is still quite vulnerable, especially with her relationship with her trainer. And that's just something that I really enjoyed about this film. Now, this isn't necessarily a horror. It's definitely more labeled as a drama thriller. So just keep that in mind going into it, that this is not a horror film. But I did really still enjoy it, and if you're watching this thinking you will, definitely suggest that you check it out. So if you did enjoy this review, please do give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not. And before I go, a quick shout out to my Patreons. Thank you guys so much for helping to contribute to the channel. If you want to know the perks to being a Patreon, links are in the description below, along with all of my social media, and I'll see you guys later with another video.